Because I've already described how I think that the outperformance of Bitcoin relative to other risk-on assets is probably going to go close to zero, right? Or how Michael Saylor likes to say it goes asymptotically to zero. I do think that that's true. But what I also like about crypto is that we've got much more data compared to traditional finance, right? So the institutions, they know actually the realized prices of stocks. They know when a whale is buying or selling. They've got all of this data from the market makers. The institutions in traditional finance can beat the market. But as retail investors, we don't have the data. And that's different to the crypto market. The nice thing about the crypto market is that we do actually know what's the psychological anchor point, the average cost basis of the market. We do know when the whales are selling. We do know what the vesting unlocks are. We do know how the returns are distributed across different assets within crypto. And so if we like to learn about a certain market and we are not directly in it in terms of being employed by a big bank, then I still think that crypto is a nice, inefficient market. It's still not liquid enough to attract the citadels of this world to put massive resources on it. There's simply not enough money in it, but there is enough inconsistency, there's enough inefficiencies in the market to still generate quite a lot of outperformance versus just buying and holding the certain assets. And so that's why I like crypto. It might not outperform long term, but it still gives us enough information to have an edge over the average market investor if we just learn enough about this. So this is always how I think about markets, right? It's about how much edge do we have, how much does it appreciate long term, and if we just learn faster than the average market participant and we become more and more informed compared to all the rest, then we tend to outperform more and more over time. And that then of course helps us with performance no matter if we long-term grow faster than the rest of the economy, right? You can still become rich with very boring industries. If you of course have an industry that now starts to grow much quicker than crypto, and I'm not talking about AI, I'm talking about the next thing, then it might make sense to switch. Some miners actually, right, that mined Ethereum in the early days, they switched over to AI. But the AI game is also rather a game of the big guys. There might be some niches where we could make some money, but I still like crypto. I still like crypto because I've learned it for so many years and it's still so inefficient and so much money is flowing around there. And we can beat the market if we just learn enough about it. And so is crypto dead? For the majority of people, yes, the majority of people won't make that much outperformance versus other risk-on assets. But for the people that are willing to put in the effort, I think it's not. I think it's still a very nice place to make some nice long-term outperformance.